Give me some sound effects. Over the line, baby. What's up, everybody? Here we are yet again. John Bird.
What's up, y'all?
Tony Kump.
What's up, y'all?
Everybody in the house for our return. Now, I don't want y'all to get the wrong idea. We're not getting to where we're doing lives all the time, but when there's special occasions, we want to go live if at all possible. But it was we've gotten such a good reaction. I mean, hundreds of people tuning in when we go live from Twitter to Facebook to YouTube to Rumble. Like it's been an overwhelming response. And in this business, is podcasting a business?
I think it is now.
It's an industry.
Yes, it's an industry.
Well, when you start getting a lot of eyeballs on you, you get a little addicted to it, and you're like, hey, let's do that again. So we're like looking for opportunities to go live, which we have a good one tonight. Joe Biden is going to be, for the first time, addressing the nation since dropping out of the race.
Yep. No joke, folks.
No joke. Not a joke. Not a joke. How many times does he stop in the middle of it and say, but anyway?
Yeah, he has so many word crutches he uses.
Is this really going to be live anyway, or are they giving us a recording?
If they want him to fail miserably, they won't do anything. They'll just say, "Good luck, Joe," and send him out there.
I mean, there's nothing to lose. I mean, he's done. Unless, what if they put him out there, and then all of a sudden he's like, you know what? I've changed my mind. I'm running again. Oh,
that would be glorious.
That would be awesome.
That would be so good.
Yeah.
Now, in the meantime, Donald Trump is holding a rally, and he's on fire. What was funny is when he started, he was like, everybody tells me I need to be nice, that I'm a changed man. He goes, but I think I want to be mean tonight. Is that okay with everybody? I was like, yeah. He's like, okay. So here he is. Where's he at? Charlotte, North Carolina. This is your neck of the woods.
Yeah, baby.
You heard us and we heard you, an eye for an eye. Look at it any way you want. Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, shortly after we, the people in this room, win the presidency, I will have the horrible war between Russia and Ukraine settled. We're going to get it settled quickly. I'll do it as president.
Jack from Coleman here first again.
Hey now.
Doing something that nobody else even talks about. We have never been so close. I will prevent World War III. We're heading to
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
We're heading right into the teeth of it because we have stupid people representing us, and they're being represented against people that are at the top of their game. I will restore peace through strength, which is what we have.
Peace through strength.
And in my next term, we will build a great Iron Dome missile defense shield over our country.
Says, hey, now.
Dome, the likes of which nobody has ever seen before, and it will be entirely made in the USA.
Yeah. Let's go, baby!
Yeah, baby.
How do y'all feel about J.D. Vance, though?
Ronald Reagan,
like, seriously, is everybody okay with it?
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, that's where
I think
everybody...
they balance each other out.
Yeah, and I think everybody's on the side of we're okay with it. I don't think anybody was overly excited about it now that I've given it a few days. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But, I mean, I think what we really need to concentrate on, who are the people he puts in the cabinet?
Yes.
Press secretary, Secretary of Defense, Chief of Staff. I mean, will you look back at it? Like, Steve Bannon was Chief of Staff at one time. How wild is that?
I wouldn't believe it if it didn't happen.
That's crazy. Crazy. Anyway, I think Trump's about to wrap up. I don't guess we have to carry that. Do y'all want to watch Trump? Those of y'all that are watching us live, y'all want some more Trump? Let's give him some more Trump. I can tell.
That I won't do it. I'm the one that won't do it. And remember, I said something else.
Always
I'm
want some
keep
Trump.
You out of wars.
Give me Trump.
Wars. We had no wars with Donald Trump as your president.
Trump ain't no chump.
We defeated ISIS.
He could talk
ISIS
for another 2 hours.
in 4 weeks as opposed to 5 years.
He started like an hour and a half ago, I think.
Remember this, the military is great. They're not woke. The guys on top, the political guys are woke. but they can't convince him. I saw ISIS dissolve before us once I put the military on it. Once they had
check out the older lady that's to his right, or to our right of him.
They won't be.
She's sitting down. She couldn't keep standing up the whole time. She was standing up at the beginning.
Oh,
but we have people.
She's tired.
At the top.
That's all right, honey.
But she's still fighting. Look at her. Back to blue, baby.
Yep.
We're going to rebuild our cities into beacons of hope, safety, and beauty better than they've ever been before. We'll have to work with Democrat governors and mayors in many cases.
I'm going to text NC to 88022.
Do it. See what happens.
Horribly run places right now. We're going to clean them up, and we're going to
My phone
do
won't.
something
Trucker Bobby
that's
in the
really
house?
good, and we're going to take our
Trucker Bobby!
nation's capital in Washington, D.C. We're going to clean it up, renovate it. We're going to rebuild our capital city, so that it is no longer a nightmare of murder and crime, but rather it will become the most beautiful capital anywhere in the world. We're going to take over the management, the leadership of it. Right now, you go from North Carolina, let's go and see the Washington Monument on the assumption that they don't change the name, which they want to. They want to change the Jefferson Memorial. Not going to happen. Remember when we were having a problem in Washington where they were trying to knock down some of our monuments, and I passed a bill. And the bill said, if you touch a monument, if we catch you even in the act, you go to jail for 10 years.
Thanks for your message. Volunteer for President Biden's campaign. Join blah, 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 blah.
Wait, volunteer for President Biden's campaign.
No, Trump. I'm sorry. I said Biden.
Outside the
Like
beautiful
what?
house windows, I looked outside, and people were just leaving town. It was an incredible thing.
Winter Shade says, hey now.
I took old legislation that frankly you could never pass. Very old.
I just signed up.
1926.
Nice.
And I
Good for
restored
you.
it, and I said 10 years if you take
Okay,
down that,
so
and they will
let's
get
pause
ready to
that
have
because
ropes around
he's actually talking about monuments being desecrated and pulled down and everything else. Benjamin Netanyahu was in town earlier today. We played some of it. Great speech, especially
the boss.
The part we played was so good. He said gays for Gaza is like chickens for KFC, which was hilarious. But outside the Capitol where he was speaking, these scumbag protesters were literally rioting. I mean, it was bad. And we didn't see a lot of this imagery while we were on the air, but going back and watching some of it, here's some right here. They're spray painting monuments out in, what do they call this, Grand Central Station? Is that in Washington, D.C.?
No, that's New York.
What's the main hub for Washington, D.C.? I can't think of what it's called. Union Square. That's what I'm thinking of. Union Square. This is, I believe that's where this is at. Watch.
Why isn't somebody taking him out? Rubber bullets, please.
He's riding Hamas.
That just made me hungry for ham.
Ham.
What a loser.
Now think about that. These people try to paint themselves as individuals that just care about the poor Palestinians and how they're all losing their lives, which they're not. If they're losing their lives, it's to the hands of Hamas. But they are actively promoting the terror group. So you can't be free Palestine and not be associated with Hamas. Like, you're tied at the hip. Look at that crap.
Oh, my gosh.
AZAB, which is all Zionists are bitches, I guess is what that means. Because it used to be ACAB,
Surely
all
this
cops.
isn't a Superman symbol.
It's
Where are the police?
Well, John Bird, I'm glad you asked because they did show up. Go to the if you would, Tony Gump, skip over the next one and go to the third one there. Yeah. Wait, one more, I think it was. No, that's it. You're right. Sorry. Since you asked where the police are, the police tried to intervene, and here's what happened.
What? Oh, hell!
Back up!
Rubber bullets!
We're backing
Fucking face.
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah.
Get the fuck off him!
Peter.
Get the fuck off him!
Shame on you.
Don't you just want these cops to just beat the bejesus out of these people?
No, I want rubber bullets. It doesn't kill them, but it takes them down.
And what's up with the triangle all of a sudden? Is that a Illuminati deal?
Is that the Liberty Bell?
Yeah. No, well, they're in D.C.
No, they're in D.C.
I guess that's a replica or whatever. So that's what, since you asked where the cops were, there they are. They retreated from that area. And then here's some more imagery from today, from Union Square in Washington,
If I take
D.C.
any more imagery. No.
Oh no.
Birds out.
It is
So
pretty sad to watch.
They pulled down Old Glory and put up this scummy Palestinian flag. Palestine's not even a place. And then I'm glad Bird left. As you see, his seat's empty here. Because if he would have seen that, he would have just jumped through the table.
The sad thing is 90% of these people, they're either getting paid or they have no idea what they're even protesting or fighting for.
And there's an effigy of Bibi Netanyahu that they've set on fire. You know, it's... Oh, Jumbird brought Jose Cuervo in here. I'm glad you missed that last part because it was really bad.
I'm serious. This is no joke. I couldn't take it.
So the backstory on that is Bibi Netanyahu is in town speaking to Congress, and the you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
So the protesters came out to protest his appearance, and it got very chaotic very quickly because these are domestic terrorists. Like, if you're promoting Hamas, do you know what happens when the FBI is spying on you, which they usually are on a regular basis, and you're online promoting or sharing ISIS propaganda? What happens? You get a visit. You probably get arrested. Why is it not the same for Hamas? What makes that terror group, exempt from FBI investigations? And when you are at Washington, D.C. monuments and you're spray painting Hamas on the side of statues, like...
And what ties does Hamas currently have with the U.S.? Friendly ties?
None. None at all. Hamas is much like... Actually, Hamas makes the Taliban look like, a boy band at the end of the day. Because Hamas is the official government of Gaza. All right? So Israel is like, hey, we want to make sure these innocent people within Gaza are taken care of. So they provide humanitarian aid. They provide relief. They allow some of these people to come to Israel and work. Things of this nature. But because their government is a terrorist group, they spend all their time launching rockets and different attacks on Israel, so they have to spend all their time fighting that stuff off while continuing to be nice. But the thing is, in all this talk of innocent Gazans, at the end of the day, these people are radicalized too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
well, they
people
don't get any outside influence. They don't know what's going on outside.
No,
of Gaza.
all they know is Hamas, and all the while Hamas puts them in danger. Hamas kills them. Hamas steals the aid that comes to them, and everything else. And it's nauseating. So I'm sorry. I didn't know that it was going to go that route.
No, that's all right. I just.
It's like we need something to cheer us up. And shout out to Preston, Boomer,
Preston
Sassy, everybody, Cherry,
Sassy
Austin,
girl.
all you guys.
Yeah. So let's take a lighter note, shall we?
Okay.
You said you had
Yes.
something to give me. Is that correct?
Yes. It's a present. It's a present for you and Tony, and a present for everyone.
Okay. And what is this present?
It is the latest episode of Angry Shakespeare raps.
Okay. Wow, what weird timing this is going to be because we're all angry right now.
Yes.
But Angry Shakespeare requires you to not be angry.
Right.
So do we want to just take a minute and breathe?
Okay.
Everybody breathe. Thank you, everybody that's on YouTube, Twitch. I don't think anybody watches us on Twitch. Actually, should I check? My sister's like, "Where are you live at?" We're everywhere, dude. Come on, cuz.
Yeah. Pick a platform. PAP.
Should we close our Twitch? I mean, that's kind of a gamer platform anyway. There's like one person watching it, and it's me.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, but there's one person watching, but it's you.
Well, if there was one person actually watching, like, I would keep it up for that. But I don't know how I feel about that. Makes me feel like I'm being judged when other people come across it and they're like, nobody's watching this. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, we could dress like Grand Theft Auto one day, and maybe we pick some up.
I don't know if you've seen yourself, but you kind of look like Grand Theft Auto right now.
I'm sorry. I woke up late and to get a chance to shower, and my hair, off air we're talking about the other end. But, this is pretty bad, too. It's pretty greasy.
Okay. All right, Angry Shakespeare. What's this song? What version of Angry Shakespeare is this?
I believe this is Many Men.
Oh, by 50 Cent.
By 50 Cent.
Okay, and this is a nod, like when Trump got shot. That was a song playing everywhere.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So, okay, fair enough. Here we go. It is Angry Shakespeare with Many Men.
Good day, and welcome to another edition of Angry Shakespeare.
Where are you looking at? Who are you looking
Let's
at?
look
The wrong monitor.
at our latest selection from the great book of
I do
rap.
better.
He's looking off in the distance. Look at that chain.
Here we go.
Bud Light.
It's Many Men from 50 Cent. Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eye, dog. I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be. And trying to take my life away. Come on. I put a hole in a for with me. My back on the wall, now you gon' see. Better watch how you talk when you talk to me. 'Cause I'll come and take your life away.
1, 2.
Many men, many men.
Oh, wait, pause it.
Yep.
Okay, that's, is that the Joe Biden
The
thing?
Joe Biden thing, yep.
Oh, he's
Second.
he's starting.
He's getting ready to start.
Dude, I thought it was the end of the world for a minute.
No,
I'm like,
it's,
wait a minute.
it's the
What's
stupid Biden feed.
what's going on?
All right, we're
All right,
going
so
back
wait,
to this.
let's time out, because that was so good. We're gonna have to start it over. Do we want to wait? Because Joe Biden's only going to be a matter of minutes, and then
We can.
Amen.
Yeah, we
Let's
can
do
finish
that.
up because it finishes with a flurry.
Okay. Okay.
Beep, 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 beep.
All right.
Make sure
so
we're good here. Hold on.
that was a sample. Yeah. So what we got here is I think this is Fox News, and they're just giving us a
This
straight
is the
feed from the White House.
Yeah, this is the pre-feed. I don't think they're ready yet.
No, they got 5 more minutes. I go back. Do you think it's actually going to be live, or do you think we're getting a recording? Because you're simply okay. It's live coming from the White House, but is the live a pre-recorded tape?
Now, see, they may have it set up where you can't really tell.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that noise seriously freaked me out. It was like the emergency broadcast system.
No, it was like, oh my God.
Why would YouTube
police
do
have
that?
Caught me.
Why? I mean, why was it such a eerie sound?
Oh, no,
like,
don't play it anymore.
can't you just like put up a little notification at the top of the browser and be like, hey, it's coming up?
No, it is Biden. So
You always get scared at I mean, I don't know about y'all, but over the past 3.5 years as this guy's been president, the emergency broadcast has hit different, the tasks that they do. Because every time you're like, well, there's the nuke.
See, that sucks. I was into the Angry Shakespeare now, and they ruined it for us.
Nah, we gotta bring it down. We gotta wait for the big.
Yeah.
That'll be our big shebang at the end. That'll
I
force
agree.
people to stay. if you
Now,
wanna
I
see all
got to
that.
say, I thought Bird messed up and recorded that with the thing when it was going
I was
on. I'm
thinking
like,
that, wait a minute, I just worked on that today. That was not on there.
You know what's funny is I know that Bird thought that was him because is like the way it works at the radio station. Like the computer will go haywire sometime, and it'll just spit audio out. Sometimes it'll start mashing audio together, and I don't know how this happens. You may know, but sometimes it will take, because we have to record the radio show to then post it on the podcast. Sometimes it'll start spitting the show back at me, like the segment before, and the next thing you know, I'm like talking over myself, and you can imagine the confusion that causes for me.
Yes.
What happens there?
It's called freeware.
What is
all of our audio programs? Well, I mean, nobody's in here. Are free.
As in the station won't pay for software.
Now, if you pay for something, it works and you have support.
Yeah.
When you get it for free, you never know what's going to happen. There's one program that is completely useless. I have to reboot about 4 times. And, you know, I have no other option.
And especially with me, the fact that I have so much audio.
Well, no, but the fact that you run a great show.
A well-oiled machine.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah,
we got
so,
we got
you know,
to
freeware,
get to the
what you
bottom of
gonna
that.
do?
So have you not talked to Joe Cumulus about, you know, coming off some of them
He won't take
bones?
my calls anymore.
Really?
Yeah. You know, and then I've talked to the engineers about it, but, you know, I'm afraid of Frank. So, you know, I mean, he does say hey to me, but I don't ever say anything to make him frown. He always frowns. But
I mean, I've been there in what? It's almost 3 years. He said hey to me at least 3 times in
it's
3
taken
years.
5 years for him to say hey to me.
Well, maybe he's coming around.
Well, maybe as long as I don't say anything about something's wrong. There's something wrong right now. I've been wrong for 6 months. I'm afraid to say anything.
Who's the other engineers? Todd.
And I like Todd.
Todd's a nice guy.
Cool. Todd's cool.
Hey, I need
Laid
you to when you go back to Bird's camera, I need him to move Donald Trump. Donald Trump's got the Over the Line logo on his crotch. You can put him over here. Yeah, that's fine. Put him behind the liquor bottle.
We got Sassy in the house. Bama's here. Patrick,
Girl.
Dennis Brown, Andrew Holt. It's Geezer. Welcome.
What's up? What's up, everybody?
Cheers.
Cheers
Cheers,
from
boy.
John Bird. John Bird. Calm down, my friend. We got another podcast coming up Friday, and we need to decide, do we want to go live on that one, or do we do a record Willie?
I don't know. What do you think, guys? What do you think?
I mean, we can do either way. It depends on. I think we might have a special guest, maybe.
Yeah, I don't want to announce yet.
Yeah, if we got a special guest, it depends on when that special guest arrives. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, if we went live, it'd be like 8 o'clock. Which would be a first for, well, I don't know. We did the RNC. It was about 8 when we went, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and plus, Dateline is a rerun this Friday. So, no, but, you know, so there's nothing to watch.
How do you know that?
I follow the Dateline podcast.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I get, you know, every once in a while I get tired of music, and then I like to, you know, listen. You know, Cynthia was a good student. Until she wasn't. You know, that kind of stuff. And
Well, the later we go, the more drunk our audience is, so it gets more fun.
That's true.
Yeah.
It definitely helps if people are drunk while they're watching this.
There's only a couple that probably already are drunk, but you know.
Right. Yeah, we'll work that out. We'll promote that on the radio. I got to be honest, y'all. I was not feeling today's show. I think mentally I was. I don't know, and I'm not afraid to admit this. I know most radio people wouldn't go to air and say, hey, sorry, the show sucked the day before. I will. I don't care. And I felt like today wasn't that good. I talked to Leland about it after the show, and he said it could have been multiple things. I assumed it was I was just having a bad day. Like, there's just no energy, felt deflated from the moment I got up. And Leland's like, you know what? We've been going balls to the wall for a week and a half on news, and it's just been rapid fire. He's like, it was a little slower today. He said, and so maybe that's just, we got kind of to the end of the road on that wave of news, and so you got used to having all that stuff going on, and it was
I've got
a little
different
slower.
take on it. I've got a different take on it. Actually, you covered tons of stuff today. I mean, tons of stuff from the beginning. Remember, we carried, we carried what's her name? And what's his name was yelling at so-and-so.
Yeah.
So we carried a lot of that stuff. So I think that it had a different feel to it because it was so intense and in your face.
Yeah. There was a lot there.
I mean, there really was.
It was a busy day on Capitol Hill, from the protesters that you love so much to Bibi Netanyahu and Christopher
So
Wray.
your version of a bad show is an A-.
Yeah, well, definitely was an A- today, and I apologize to everybody for that. That's my bad.
Brian Bradley says, "Hey now," by the way, and so does Preston.
Hey now, everybody.
We're still waiting on Joe.
Waiting on Joe. Come on,
It's
dude.
7.
It should be. Is there any audio to what we're waiting on?
I'm scared
Or is
to do
it
it, but
silence? Yeah, just let
silence. Okay, it's going to just kick on when it kicks
Should
on.
be some elevator music.
Let's.
I just got it in the small window for the people for now. I wonder if he's going to have a mask, and I wonder if it's really him.
Did you see that the other day where actually where was it at? I'm gonna see if I can find it. I had the video of Joe Biden, who was walking up to he was walking to the plane. It was to the plane or back to his motorcade. Oh, that's right. He was getting out of the motorcade, and he had a mask in his hand as he was shuffling towards the plane. I guess he was leaving Delaware, going back to Washington, D.C., and he was...
But you know, at his
Right.
age...
He was in bad shape, cuzzy. Bad shape.
Man, I was looking forward to him taking that punk Trump out, as he said several months ago.
Man, it's...
I'm just mad he got in the way of Angry Shakespeare here, personally.
Yeah, Tony Gump's not going to be able to stop thinking about Angry Shakespeare until
he left us
do it.
halfway through it almost, you know?
How do y'all, by the way, how do y'all feel 2 days into the Kamala Harris campaign? How do you feel like she's doing?
I'm excited.
Are you?
I think she's avoiding everything. She's playing pitsy-patsy. She's staying away from the important things that she should. And I feel a creative wave start to come over me that I haven't felt in a long time.
All right, here's Joe Biden. Let's go to it.
All right.
Recorded.
My fellow Americans, I'm speaking to you tonight from behind the Resolute desk in the Oval Office. In this sacred space, I'm surrounded by portraits of extraordinary American presidents. Thomas Jefferson wrote the immortal words that guide this nation. George Washington, who showed us presidents are not kings.
Don't fall asleep,
Abraham
bird.
Lincoln, who implored us to reject malice. Franklin Roosevelt, who inspired us to reject fear.
I think he had a stroke. Listen
I
to the
revere this
slurring.
office, but I love my country more.
Doesn't look very dark.
It's been the
out
honor of
there.
my life to serve as your president. But in the defense of democracy, which is at stake, I think it's more important than any title.
Keep in mind, this is
I
recorded.
draw
This is the
strength
best
and
he
I
could
find
do.
joy in working for the American people. But this sacred task of perfecting our union is not about me. It's about you, your families, your futures. It's about we, the people. And we can never forget that. And I never have. I've made it clear that I believe America is at an inflection point. One of those rare moments in history when the decisions we make now will determine our fate of our nation and the world for decades to come. America's going to have to choose between moving forward or backward, between hope and hate, between unity and division. We have to decide, do we still believe in honesty, decency, respect, freedom, justice, and democracy?
That's why we're voting for Trump.
In this moment,
That's right.
we can see those we disagree with not as enemies, but as fellow Americans. Can we do that? Does character in public life still matter? I believe I know the answer to these questions because I know you, the American people. And I know this. We are a great nation because we are good people. When you elected me to this office, I promised to always level with you, to tell you the truth. And the truth sacred cause of this country is larger than any one of us. And those of us who cherish that cause cherish it so much. A cause of American democracy itself. Must unite to protect it. You know, in recent weeks, it's become clear to me that I need to unite my party in this critical endeavor. I believe my record as president, my leadership in the world, my vision for America's
Bert,
future,
pay attention.
all merited a second term. But nothing,
Show some respect.
nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy.
You can see the teleprompter in the window right behind his head, right
Yeah.
behind his
So I've
neck.
decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation. That's the best way to unite our nation. You know, there is a time and a place for long years of experience in public life. There's also a time and a place for new voices, fresh voices, yes, younger voices. And that time and place is now. Over the next 6 months, I'll be focused on doing my job as president.
Okay, so he's
That
staying.
means I'll continue to
I
lower
thought he might
costs
be
for
dipping
hardworking
out.
families, grow our economy. I'll keep defending our personal freedoms and our civil rights,
A little late for that.
from the right to vote to the right to choose. I'll keep calling out hate and extremism. Make it clear there is no place in America for political violence or any violence ever, period. I'm going to keep speaking out to protect our kids from gun violence, our planet from climate crisis that is the existential threat. And I will keep fighting for my cancer moonshot so we can end cancer as we know it, because we can do it.
Did you say cancer
It's
moonshot?
full
I'm
of
going to call for Supreme Court reform because this is critical to our democracy.
6 months
Court
till
reform.
January.
You know, I will keep working to ensure America remains strong and secure and the leader of the free world. I'm the first president in this century to report to the American people that the United States is not at war anywhere in the world.
What?
We'll keep rallying a coalition of proud nations to stop Putin from taking over Ukraine and doing more damage.
This was probably take
We'll
12.
keep NATO stronger, and I'll make it more powerful and more united than any time in all of our history.
You could do a lot in 6
I'll
months.
keep doing the same for our allies in the Pacific. You know, when I came to office, the conventional wisdom was that China would inevitably surpass the United States. That's not the case anymore. And I'm going to keep working to end the war in Gaza, bring home all the hostages, and bring peace and security to the Middle East and end this war. We're also working around the clock to bring home Americans being unjustly detained all around the world. You know, we've come so far since my inauguration. On that day, I told you, as I stood in that winter, we stood in a winter of peril and a winter of possibilities. Peril and possibilities.
What?
We were in the grip of the worst pandemic in the century. The worst economic crisis since the
It's
Great Depression.
fading.
Yeah.
The worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War. We came together as Americans, and we got through it. We emerged stronger, more prosperous, and more secure.
This is all
Today we have the
gaslighting.
strongest economy in the world, creating nearly 16 million new jobs, a record. Wages are up.
Uh-oh, he's holding
Inflation
the fist.
continues to come down. The racial wealth gap is the
He's gotta
lowest
show
it's
his
been in
strength.
20 years. We're literally rebuilding our entire nation,
waving
urban,
his
suburban,
arms.
rural, and tribal communities. Manufacturing has come back to America. We're leading the world again in chips and science and innovation. We finally beat Big Pharma after all these years. We lowered the cost of prescription drugs for seniors. And I'm going to keep fighting to make sure we lower the cost for everyone, not just
Finally.
seniors. More people have health care today in America than ever before.
You know, Attorney makes a good
I
point.
signed
You
one of those
think they would have
significant laws
hidden the
helping millions of veterans
teleprompter
and their families.
A little better.
a little better than that.
Here.
Like you could clearly see it in the window.
You know, most significant climate law ever in the history of the world. The first major gun safety law in 30 years. And today, the violent crime rate is at a 50-year low. We're also securing our border.
Brian says he's about to
Border
fall
crossings
asleep.
are lower today than when the previous administration left
Come
office.
on, Brian, you can hold out.
I've kept my commitment to appoint the first black woman to the Supreme Court of the United States of America. I also kept my commitment to have an administration that looks like America.
John Bird.
And be a president for all Americans.
I'm here.
That's what I've done. I ran for president 4 years ago because I believed and still do that the soul of America was at stake.
So I
The very
cheated.
nature of who we are was at stake. And that's still the case. America's an idea. An idea stronger than any army, bigger than any ocean, more powerful than any dictator or tyrant. It's the most powerful idea in the history of the world. That idea is that we hold these truths to be self-evident.
You know,
All
the thing.
created equal. Endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights.
He
Life,
almost did
liberty,
the
truth,
thing.
happiness.
I swear this is like take 12.
We've never fully lived up to it, to this sacred idea. But we've never walked away from it either. And I do not believe the American people will walk away
We
from it
really
now.
need captions on this. I can't understand half what
Yeah,
it
Just a
says.
it's
few
kinda
months.
tough.
The American people will choose the course of America's future. I made my choice.
And that's
The
the
SWAT-
Genesis transcript
I
at
made
the
my
beginning.
views
But
known.
you hear the swallowing.
I would like to thank
Which
our
is a
great
little
Vice President,
disturbing.
Kamala Harris. She's experienced. She's tough. She's capable.
She's easy.
Been an incredible partner. to
She can
me.
suck a golf ball through a water hose.
Gentlemen.
Now the choice is up to you, the
Who came
American
in?
people. When you make that choice, remember the words of Benjamin Franklin's hanging on my wall here in the Oval Office,
Better let him down.
alongside the busts of Dr. King and Rosa Parks and Cesar Chavez. When Ben Franklin was asked, as he emerged from the convention going on, whether the
Today,
founders have given America a monarchy or republic, Franklin's response was a republic, if you can keep it. A republic, if you can keep it. Whether we keep our republic is now in your hands. My fellow Americans, it's been the privilege of my life to serve this nation for over 50 years. Nowhere else on earth could a kid with a stutter, from modest beginnings in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and Claymont, Delaware, one day sit behind the resolute desk in the Oval Office.
He's the worst
of the
ever.
President of the United States. But here I
By a
am.
long shot.
That's what's so special about America. We're a nation of promise and possibilities, of dreamers and doers, of ordinary Americans doing extraordinary things. I've given my heart and my soul to our nation, like so many others. I've been blessed a million times in return with the love and support of the American people.
No.
I hope you have
No,
some
I'm pretty
idea
sure you
how
haven't.
I am. To all of you. The great thing about America is here, kings and dictators do not rule. The people do.
you got Richard the cop in the
History
house
is
and
in your
Justin.
hands.
Richard the C.
The power is in your hands. The idea of America lies in your hands. We just have to keep faith, keep the faith, and remember who we are. We're the United States of America, and there's simply nothing beyond our capacity when we do it together. So let's act together.
Let's fill our
Preserve
diaper.
our democracy. God bless you all.
Oh,
May God protect our troops. Thank you.
I wish Trump would come flying through on the side and grab him and take him out. Wouldn't that be great? Like on that commercial. That was recorded.
I don't
yeah.
know. I'm kind of
Really?
iffy. I feel like
The trees were real. They were moving in the background.
I think maybe if it was recorded, it was done in one take
Yeah.
because
Oh,
there
it was
were
one
some flubs there, but it did seem like it was a little light outside, and it would be approximately
An hour later.
It's 8 p.m. in D.C. I guess there's 8 p.m. There may be a little bit of light left. I mean, if you go to my mom's house out in Missouri, it's like still daylight at 9 p.m. But
Yeah, but that side of the White House, they've got a lot of trees and everything.
I
There should be a little more shade there.
you know what my one takeaway from that was? Because I thought we were getting to a point where he was about to hang it up. He was about to pass it to Kamala all the way. Based on that slur he's got going on, I think he had a stroke.
Mini stroke. He could have.
I think he was out in Las Vegas pandering to the Mexicans, and he had a stroke. Remember, he was at a Mexican restaurant, and he was, mingling with the Latinos, And then all of a sudden, rumors start popping up. After he cancels all of his other events, rumors start coming out of LVPD that they were on standby at the local hospital and told that the president may be coming there. And then got stand-down orders saying that they're flying him back to D.C. And then we didn't see him for like 4 or 5 days. And in that meantime was when we found out he wasn't running again. And now he sounds like that. That was that same little slur he had going on when he called Kamala's headquarters, 2 days ago.
Do you think it's a concession? In other words, he said, all right, I will not run, but you let me finish out my presidency.
Yeah, probably.
I think he said, I'm going to make it difficult on you. I'm not going to step down.
I think the powers that be were like, just went ahead and offered that on the front side and said, we're going to let you finish, but if you don't let Kamala run, then we're invoking the 25th Amendment.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that she's not going to be the candidate. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I think she is, but at the same time, she's not the nominee right now.
No.
And they could literally do anything they want. It's just if they go with somebody else, they are going to be way behind the eight ball.
Way behind. It'll have to be somebody that you know.
At the same time, they say she raised like $82 million in the first 24 hours, which is bogus. Don't believe that. These are pledges, and they don't actually have that money. But she does have Joe Biden's war chest if they can get around the FEC rules. If it's Gavin Newsom or Gretchen Whitmer or Michelle Obama or whatever, they don't have that war chest, and they would have to start from scratch. But if it's somebody that people can get excited enough about, they could probably raise money pretty quick. Like Tony's on the Michelle Obama train. I think that Michelle Obama could raise money pretty friggin' fast.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that she could catch up to Trump. Maybe she could in time, but Trump's building just as days go on. He gets more and more money, so it'd be, I don't know.
Well, FLS 360 says, hey now, and I personally think Michelle, I mean, they have all these billionaire friends, these super PACs, they could immediately have tons of commercials out within less than a week, and just like this Kamala hype the past few days, it's all just a big S show, if you want to call it.
It's over the top. Everybody's like, oh, my God, the MAGAs are scared to death of Kamala Harris.
We know it's a bunch of paid likes, and a lot of people are getting paid to go on Twitter and like every single pro-Kamala tweet, and there's thousands of them.
Is Kamala getting a bunch of traction on her Twitter all of a sudden? Do we want to pull her up real quick?
Yeah.
You can always tell, like, if you go back and you look at an account that wasn't getting, like, Kamala has a type of account that would get a lot of comments, but not a lot of likes. You know what I'm saying? Like, she would get a lot of, maybe hateful comments or whatever.
She's got 666,000 likes.
Look at that. Look, there it is.
Evidence.
On her pinned tweet, 666,000.
If that doesn't tell you what's up, I don't know.
Click her picture there, and we're on her profile. Never mind. She's got 20 million followers. I wonder how many followers she had 48 hours ago. That's my question. Now, granted, there's some organic traction that comes with you being thrust into the headlines like that.
Thrusted.
But yeah, she knows how to thrust. I don't know. We know how that game works. I mean, they pay people to run these bot farms that get on there and talk about how great and wonderful you are in the comments, which, by the way, is what we should do. Could you imagine if we just paid a bot farm to come into our live videos and just type in "Hey now" and JJJJJ over and over? We would look really cool.
We would look really cool, but would we be who we are? Would we be authentic? We'd be giving in to AI, and you know how I feel about that.
Well, I guess.
Yeah, we got to stay genuine. Don't become like that.
Yeah, come on, man. Don't give in. Don't do it.
I just wonder what it would be like. It sounds like it'd be fun.
Just be a lot of fake accounts putting up fake crap.
Fake accounts.
Anyway, now that that's over, that was a big nothing burger. Thanks for nothing, Joe Biden. Let's go to Angry Shakespeare, shall we?
Okay, let's do it.
Tony Gump has been patiently waiting.
Oh,
Joe
man.
Biden ruined it. So we're going to start this from the top.
Yes.
This is Angry Shakespeare with his rendition of Many Men.
Good day, and
You
welcome
looking
to
off in the
another
distance is
edition
killing me.
of Angry Shakespeare
Corrects it.
Raps.
Oh God.
Let's look at our latest selection
I mean, what were you looking
from
at?
the great book
monitor up
of
there.
rap.
And where did you get that chain?
It's Many Men from 50 Cent.
Here it is.
Here we go. Thank God.
Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eye, dog. I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be. And trying to take my life away. Come on. I put a hole in a for with me. My back on the wall, now you gon' see. Better watch how you talk when you talk to me. 'Cause I'll come and take your life away.
I corrected
Many
it.
men, many men wish death upon me. Lord, I don't cry no more. Don't look at the sky no more. Have mercy on me. Now, man, these put money on my head. Go on and get your refund, I ain't dead. I'm the diamond in the dirt that ain't been found. I'm the underground king, and I ain't been crowned. When I rhyme, something special happens every time. I'm the greatest, something like Ali in his prime. Got a temper, Go ahead, lose your head. Turn your back on me, get clapped and lose your legs. I walk around, gun on my waist, chip on my shoulder, till I bust a clip in your face. This beef ain't over. Many men, many men wish death upon me. Lord, I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me.
He's so locked into that camera now.
Keep pulling texts on me. Psychic says some bitch done put a hex on me. The feds didn't know much when Pac got shot. I got a kite from the pens that told me Tut got knocked.
Jeez.
I ain't gonna spell it out
It's
for
angry
you
Shakespeare characters.
all the time. Are you illiterate? You can't read between the lines. In the Bible it says, what goes around comes around. Homo shot me 3 weeks later, he got shot down. Now it's clear that I'm here for a real reason. 'Cause he got hit like I got hit. But he ain't breathing. Many men wish death upon me. Lord, I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me.
He fades away like it's like watching some in memoriam, like where your friend passed away or something. He just disappears. Wow, that one was good. I'll give you that.
I will have to tell you something. I know Tony knows this because he's worked with me on this. I picked the cleanest one. So it only gets worse from here.
Yeah.
I think in a couple of them, there's maybe 30 or 40% beeps.
Really?
That won't be in there.
So
yeah.
there's more?
Yes, we got a couple in the hopper.
Okay. When do we get to release those? Because that's
We never know.
we
never.
You probably
know.
shouldn't have told me that there's more out there, but I'll be patient. I just it's going to be hard
be
knowing that
patient,
they exist. So we'll upload that one as a standalone on YouTube. Y'all can check it out and share it with your friends. That's probably the thing that's going to make us go viral at the end of the day is Angry Shakespeare. I'm going to be honest. I see that happening.
It's going to end up being something real simple, and it'll just catch us off guard.
We put all this work into talking about politics and John Bird talking about getting shot is what's going to
You know
take
what's
us
my
off.
favorite thing about this is it's completely organic. We
Yeah, it is.
brainstormed on the air.
Most
I love
of
that.
what we do, it all just kind of happens. And whether it's the wheel of segments,
Yep.
the actual segments we came up with, That all started from Angry Carrie's book.
Yes, waiting on the follow-up.
Yeah, we need to check on that. We need to bring him back on the podcast is what we need to do.
Yeah, he was funny.
Oh, man, such good stuff. So we got a special guest we plan on bringing in on Friday. And if y'all want to do a live on Friday.
And their name is... Them on beep.
So how many Angry Shakespeares do you have in the hopper?
No, he's getting... there are 2 more after this one.
Okay. Would it
They
be...
get progressively worse.
Would it be... jumping the shark to do another one Friday?
I knew he would do.
I'm just saying. Like, what if we just do one more on Friday and then we'll wait like a week before we release the third one?
Here's the deal, Pickle. Tony.
Yeah.
The ball is in your court.
Ooh, he's making you decide.
Now, you don't listen to him, and you don't listen to me. You listen to your heart. All right? Listen to your heart.
My heart's telling me do the one with the most cuss words on Friday night.
Yeah, okay, he called it. You asked him to pick.
What the hell is your head saying? How about that?
So here's what we'll do.
Thanks, Tony.
We'll play whichever one y'all want to do Friday, but we'll sit on it after that. So it will be exclusive to the people that watched us live. And then the larger audience would not know about it until we re-release it at your command.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah, a little preview.
Because we'll go ahead and release Mini-Men over the next 24 hours, and then see what's next. Do we just want to go ahead and say who's coming?
No, you do. You always do this.
But
Wait to confirm and then announce it Friday on the show.
Well,
Thank you, Tom.
I've confirmed it. And listen, we're going to end up making it seem like it's like Donald Trump or something.
Well, no, it's not. It's going to be fun. It's going to be heartfelt. There'll be laughter. There'll be tears. I mean, it's going to be an all-around great show.
Because I'm going to have to promote it on the radio before it happens. So what is today? Wednesday?
Yeah, today's Wednesday.
So I'm probably going to have to promote it tomorrow on the radio.
Don't release the name until Fun King Friday.
Okay.
How about
I guess
that?
I can do that.
So you can promote it tomorrow, but wait until Fun King Friday.
Fair enough. We'll do that. But it'll be fun. It'll be another late nighter. And
These are fun, but I can't drink.
yeah, you probably
I can't
shouldn't.
drink because I've got the Saturday morning show, so I got to run.
What time do you have to be at the station for those?
About 6:30.
Are you usually there by 6:30?
No,
What time do you get there?
about 6:41 on average. But that still gives me plenty of time.
Right.
You
Have
know.
you ever been late? Because so the audience understands that's a solo deal. So like if you're not there, nothing can go, nothing can work. So have you been late before?
I've been doing this, let's say, about 4 years.
Yeah.
Every Saturday,
Saturdays, yeah.
probably 3 years.
Okay.
Only one time.
One time you were late.
Yep. I got kidnapped, but I was able to get free.
But how late were you?
2 minutes.
No.
No, I've overslept.
By how long?
15 minutes.
You were 15 minutes late?
Well, yeah, I was about 11 or 12 minutes late.
Yay.
But 11 or 12 minutes when you have a show.
Is a lifetime.
That's because
dead
it's
air.
Truett News Radio, and they're on in several markets. They play their show the next week.
So multiple stations had dead air for 12 to 13 minutes.
No, just Talk 99.5. But I wasn't recording, so I had to shift everything around. So they got their show, and then I moved Jim Butters.
Wow. You had to change the whole clock? Like you had to give them an extra 15 minutes
I
on
mean,
the
I kind of worked it out, but I'm nauseous whenever I think of that. That will never happen again, I'll tell you that.
Yo, that's bad.
But you know what, one time, that's not bad.
No, it's not. What did the Truett News Radio people say when you got there? Did you call them
You know
before
what?
the show
I
started?
thought they were Christians. But what they said to me, no, they're cool.
Yeah.
No, Tony and Brock are awesome.
Okay, I was just wondering. Because I don't know how those I know some of the Saturday people, but I don't know. Do we want to bring Jim Butters on the show at some point?
I'd love to.
That would be very interesting.
And
yeah.
just let him go. I'm telling you his story. It's just the kind of thing you just want to sit down. And you'd be perfect talking to him. Not going to call it interview. You'd be perfect talking to him.
Yeah.
And I could throw a couple of things in that I know about him to kind of, if he's not talking about it, to get him to mention it.
Why don't you fill him out Saturday and just see, hey, would you be open to it? And then we can work out a date later.
Okay, yeah.
Because we got to start booking some guests.
I'm telling you, man, it will be fascinating.
Really?
I'd like to get some pictures.
Even if I don't talk about home improvements?
No, you don't. The
guy's had an interesting life, Andrew.
Yeah, you can talk about, here's what's interesting, his journey up to roofs.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
What
I'm not saying a word.
There's not like one example you can give me?
Nope. Oh, I can't remember.
Like, did he get bitten by a shark? Or like, is there not
nothing compared to his life. That ain't nothing.
We have a troubled childhood?
I'm not going to say. I'm just telling you.
I need to fill it out.
Off the air. I'm telling you, to me, it's fascinating.
Okay.
And sometimes he'll talk about it some on the air, but it's every once in a while, and you got to kind of get the pieces.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just really fun and entertaining.
Okay. Well, I'm good with it. If everybody else is good with it.
He's been everywhere.
His accent tells me he's always been here in Alabama.
Well, he's originally Alabamian, but he's lived. I'm not going to. You're trying to get me to say. I'm not going to do it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And Caleb wants him on the show. And hi to Patty Fields. Hey now.
Patty.
And,
Hey now.
Grantham.
Hey now. Everybody give us a JJ. Anyway, we'll take suggestions from everybody on guest as well, and we'll figure all that out. So we were going to keep this at about an hour. That's about where we're at. So let's just do a final assessment here. I'm personally surprised that I mean my gut was telling me once he started speaking, I was like, I think he's about to quit. I think he's about to pass it off to Kamala. But the big takeaway was that slur. He had to have a stroke within the last week.
I didn't even think about that.
Joe Biden has had a stroke. I'm almost convinced of it. It's just a matter of, is that information going to come out? Because I'm now convinced that he had a stroke.
Well, it'd be interesting to see how much he's out there talking to people between now and the end of the year, especially November 5th, because you would think that he would want to be getting out there showing support for her and, sort of backing her up. You would think that as president, he would do that if he wanted to continue with the way things are in this country.
Well, on the medical front, I mean, if you're that age and you're already in that kind of shape, a stroke can really cause you to take a nosedive, right?
Yeah.
And so it's going to be very apparent in the coming days if that's what happened. So anyway, we'll see. Tony Gobb, do you have any final words, my friend? Are you sad Joe Biden didn't quit today?
He definitely didn't quit today, but I swear that must have been take 12 on that one run.
Probably was.
He probably messed up a bunch of times and they had to restart it. But make sure everybody gets plenty of water, meat, sunlight, and sleep. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I probably didn't get to you all, but thank you so much for being here, and stay healthy.
They all hit us with the J. Yeah, y'all have been so generous on the viewing of the live videos. I hope y'all keep that same spirit when we start putting up options for y'all to tip us during these shows.
And we're gonna figure out about a little bit of a talkie, maybe a little viewy. Oh, stop it!
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Talking about like Zoom and a guest and things like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Tony's my interpreter.
Yeah, yes, because you need one. John Bird, final words.
Yes. Take care of your digestive system, and it will take care of you. That's a big thing. I've struggled with IBS most of my life. It's come back recently with a vengeance. So prayers to me. But eat fresh fruits and vegetables, lean meat. Take care of yourself. And whatever you do, Don't get swamp ass.
And he's gone.
And that's a wrap. But until the next time, see you, guys.